makes kind of an overwhelming case for why it's so important to spend your dollars in the early childhood segment.
For each dollar invested, you're getting back somewhere between $7 and $12.
The incremental investment of that dollar in a community, the multiplier effect of it is really incredible.
If a child is not motivated and stimulated to learn and engage early on in life, the more likely it is that when the child becomes an adult, it will fail in economic and social life. Social and emotional skills, physical and mental health, perseverance, attention, motivation, and self-confidence are as important, and in many areas are more important.
We're spending all this money in all these different places. Are we getting any real bang for our bucks?
Ability gaps between the advantaged and the disadvantaged open up very early in the lives of children. And these gaps are there before kids even walk into the door of schools. We can't really expect schools to function very well if they're dealing with kids who have substantial reading, learning, and emotional disabilities.
Those gaps at 3 years old, they just never close. And you think of all the money that we're spending to do all these programs throughout the high school years, the junior high years, the elementary years, and we're not closing gaps.
There might not always be short-term results with 2 and 3-year-olds.
The logic says we should invest more of our resources early on. Home visits seem to be very effective. They create a permanent change in the home environment. It's that you place the parents in a better position throughout the life of the child.
To think that you now got to be looking over a 20-year period, a 30-year period, is very difficult for businesses to get their hands around, and unfortunately it requires you to be able to take the long view.
By investing in early childhood education, not only are you generating positive returns, but also the idea that these kinds of investments can help eliminate the negative returns of things like the need to engage in adult literacy programs.
They promote equity in an intergenerational sense. They really reduce inequality and raise the possibilities for opportunity of children across the social and economic spectrum, and they have a high economic rate of return. Policy that we have, that we're talking about, it raises economic and social efficiency, but it also reduces inequality. Here you're pouring money in a very, very efficient thing called the young child.
The biggest hurdle is going to end up being that everyone has an idea of what they're doing now. And if your company and your foundation is sponsoring and putting money into an organization, it's very difficult to pull that money from there to get it into the right spots.
But this is just the beginning. It can't be the end of all of our efforts. It has to be the beginning of an effort to continue to try and improve what's going on in all the communities that have a stake in this.